The creation of ICC as a court that could prosecute war crimes anywhere in the world was described by its first president as humanity's finest hour. But in the 2 decades since its creation, it has been called many more things. It was called anti-African, a colonial court, a political tool, just to name a few. But from Trump to Taliban, everybody's questioning the legitimacy of the ICC. What is its relevance today?
So people who might be prosecuted in a court, of course, are not going to like that court. And that's true whether that's in domestic courts or in international courts. And I think that we need to understand the importance of an institution existing. As you rightly said, there's been many criticisms of it over the years, and I think there were problems which it's begun to address. But under the current prosecutor and with the institution itself, it's made clear that their job is to go wherever is needed. Very recently, we saw the delivery of the former president, Rodrigo Duterte of the Philippines. So a former leader is arrested in his own country and delivered to The Hague.
Finally.
That is a really important signal, because often people are saying, like, what does this actually do? So we can see that it does. We can see already that the travel plans, at the very least, of Vladimir Putin from Moscow or Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel, they are constrained in where they can go, because there's an obligation. If you're a member of the court, you have to arrest. So, for example, Putin didn't go to South Africa. Highly unlikely and impossible that we will see Netanyahu arriving in a European capital soon. European governments are frightened that they might need to arrest him, but I think on balance he is unlikely to come. All of those things give us a reminder there is this institution which does have legitimate power and can send a signal. When I was speaking to the chief prosecutor, Karim Khan, shortly after he had requested arrest warrants for Netanyahu and others, he talked about the court as a catalyst, potentially. Of course, the court can't deal with all the crimes being committed, but you want others to be thinking about the possibilities of justice. And again and again and again, we see the survivors of the worst crimes or their families determined, absolutely determined to see some kind of justice. And by justice, that includes not just in a courtroom, but also the idea of truth being told and some kind of reparation. All of those things together, there is more desire and demand for that than I think there has ever been, and I really welcome.